For the fifth time, we've raced here in Yokohama, Japan, just about 30 minutes outside of Tokyo. Nearly perfect conditions with the water temperature just under 20 degrees, wetsuits being worn in 24, 25 degree air temperature. Not a big surprise to see Lucy Hall coming out of the water along with Carolyn Ruche, and the women very tightly bunched together. The big gap that many had anticipated did not occur, and Gwen Jorgensen, the athlete that everybody wanted to get away from, a great swim into the lead group. Jodie Stimpson as well, and Emma Moffat a little bit further back, but with her incredible biking ability, it would only be a matter of time before she eventually would catch up, and what was a group of about 12 or 13 women eventually would turn into a group of almost 40 plus by the end of the 9-lap, 40-kilometer ride. And while Lucy Hall tried to get away on a couple of occasions, really the size of the group would ultimately dictate that this race would come down to the 10-kilometer run. And when you know how fast the great Gwen Jorgensen can run, you have to believe that it is a race for her, last year's overall champion. Coming into the transition zone, a group of 40-plus women would come in, and it would be a bit of chaos as Jodie Stimpson would go down, in fact, cut her foot, ultimately end with stitches, but she would do the 10-kilometer run, and Gwen Jorgensen would take off very quickly. Stimpson dealt with a lot of pain through the 10-kilometer run. There you see her coming in and be one of the last athletes out of the transition zone. And what a gutsy athlete after 2 victories, trying to hang on for another top performance to keep her #1 ranking. And Gwen Jorgensen eventually would catch on. Ai Ueda, the great Japanese athlete who had never been on the podium in a WTS race, and Claire Michel from Belgium would also be one of the athletes having an unbelievable run. And as it came to the late stages of the 10-kilometer run, Gwen Jorgensen would look over her shoulder and see absolutely no one behind. The woman who won in Yokohama, Japan in 2013 would repeat. And after a couple of modest performances in 2014, Gwen Jorgensen would show her unbelievable ability with a victory. Second time in Japan. She would have almost a minute to wait before Ueda would come in across the line. The biggest smile on the day as the young woman would claim silver, and maybe the biggest breakthrough on the entire day. Jurczyk from Poland, a former under-23 world champion, would have a brilliant day, and it would be Poland across the line, Japan pleasing the local crowd, but nobody would be able to deal with the running abilities of Gwen Jorgensen.
I love Japan. I don't know why. I think it's because I love rice, but yeah, to win twice is awesome. 3 years ago, I think I came out here and had like the 12th fastest run or something. So it's really hard, I think, to win 2 races on the same course in a row.